Hey, what's up, kids? Welcome to another episode of Legions Lounge, episode 126, where we talk about all things mythic, cosmic, Figura, legacies, infinite, customs, RPG, everything, all of it, all the time. My name is Trevor, 16shooter on Instagram. With me, as always, Nate Strong at Corona4 and Bill Dranowski from the Dork Lair. Boys, hi.
What's happening?
How are you?
Howdy.
How you been? How was your weekends? How was your week? It's been a week since were we on last week? No.
We
were
not.
going to do the game.
Right.
We didn't end up doing it, right? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of which, before we get to that, Allegiance Quest is now has its own channel on YouTube.
Yep.
At Allegiance Quest, you can find it under. And we posted at least, I don't know, has Jesse posted more than one of the Mythic Legions RPG test games yet? Or is it just the first episode?
I haven't looked. I know he was
Should've
going to
brought it
put
up.
more up. That's where all our Allegiance Quest, obviously, episodes are. Yeah, they're loading up. How many? I don't even remember how many we did of the test. Like 5 or 6?
I feel like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Was it more than that? I don't remember.
Maybe not. But yeah, I'm excited just to watch those again myself. But yeah, it's going to be a great channel because it's not just going to be this live play stuff. It's going to be like what the other guys did last Monday. It's going to, talking all about RPGs, behind the scenes stuff, learning how to play.
Yep.
It's going to be a great kind of, vehicle to hold all that stuff and share it. So.
Yeah, Joe Gonzalez is really taking the reins on it, and I don't know how much time he's going to have to do content, but we'll definitely be doing some lives to talk about stuff, especially once the stuff starts coming out. We get to look at it, we get to kind of go through it and talk more about what's in there. So that'll be great. But anyway, you guys have a good week.
Week was decent. This past weekend was MesquiCon, so that was a blast.
Oh yeah, that's right, MesquiCon too. Good lord, forgot about that.
It was a lot of fun. Great showing. Tons of Legionnaires showed it up. We had Jim, which is so funny. He just keeps coming out, which we love.
Jim
Brad
loves
right
MesquiCon.
away. Jeremy and Cornboy came with some of his family. His son
Nice.
Chris lives in Detroit, so he comes quite a bit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the usual cast of characters. It was a blast. Yeah, it's always a good time.
Got a reveal, which we'll talk about later
Yeah,
at MesquiCon,
that
which is
was
cool.
fun. Mm-hmm.
I'm bummed. I'm going to be, my con year is going to be severely cut down from last year. I think I went to freaking Japan last year, man, for a con. So like I went everywhere. Like I was at a
okay
con
to take a
almost
year.
every month, it felt like, and it was crazy.
Yeah, you went through a lot.
So yeah, I got to chill out a little bit this year, a little bit. I'm even contemplating whether I want to go to San Diego or not. But those guys are going to be there, and I know Steph wants to go, so I'll probably end up being there. But got to cut down on a few things. I wanted to go to CarverCon, probably not in the cards this year, but I'll definitely be there next year. And you were at a con too, Bill. You were at the Great American Toy Show.
That's right. Chris Con,
Nice.
offshoot
Chris Con.
toy show.
Right.
It's like his just straight up toy show with vendors.
Right.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of Hasbro there. Mr. Stevie was there, and I don't know his last name. Chris from Hasbro. He's like the main Star Wars designer was there.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he was just talking up a storm about about Hasbro and his experience there. It was a lot of fun. I sold the rest of my mystery boxes, so there's none of those left. I know some people were hoping I'd have a few left to sell online, but those were fun. Sold a few
had
of
your
the
chance.
things. Hung out with Mike Vieira all day. It was a lot of fun. Shared
Nice.
a table with him.
Mike V, that's him.
Yep, totally. And it was a good time.
Nice. Cool. Another show that I really wanted to go to too, just wasn't in the cards this year, but next year. I think I might get to the what was the Shop the Curiosity.
Shop the Curiosity.
This year.
I
might
love that show.
try to go. I'm hoping it's not going to be as crappy as it was last year. It was miserable last year, man. With the rain.
Oh, I remember
It was
driving
terrible.
home from that. Oh my God, it was.
Remember
pouring out.
everything was soaked. It was pouring. Let's to go because it's basically tents and areas. There's a building,
Oh
but
that was
oh no,
that
that's
was
not
the
Shop-
5
Wasn't that
points. That was 5 points.
No. Oh, it was
Yes,
5 points.
that was
You're
5
right.
points.
You're
yeah,
right.
and that,
you're
I'm
right, you're right.
confusing that with Danbury because they're actually pretty close. Danbury and
Yeah.
Beacon are like 45 minutes away from each other.
You're
like,
right. You're right.
same,
You're right. That
you
was
know,
5 points.
same
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's the one where it was pouring out. And,
Yeah.
and it,
Right.
like, the way home was brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shop the Curiosity. That's the one where it's like it's all like retro toys. The Horsemen go. And remember, we were walking around buying vintage Kenner last year, Trevor, me and you.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
that was Shop the Curiosity.
Yes.
And that's in
I
May.
remember.
And then so there's no 5 points in like the 5 points fest is going back to Brooklyn or whatever, and Jesse is going to be doing the Toy Pizza Expo just on its own again. So that is going to happen. It's just
So
not gonna
5
be as
points
big
is going
as-
back to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And Jesse's just going to do his show separate at the same
Okay.
venue in Beacon.
Gotcha. Okay. I never got to the 5 points in Brooklyn. I'd like to see what that's like. Not far from me. Oops. Hello.
I think it's in Brooklyn, or
Not
I
what
forget
wanted
where it
to do.
is. But it's like,
I
it's
got
in
all
your
sorts of
city
Mac
somewhere.
problems here. No Mac. Good Lord.
What's happening?
I installed
You're
this
still here with
new
us?
OS. Yeah, but it's just making me crazy. Everything's round and annoying. Swear to God, it just gets worse every time. Anyway, all right. So we're going to be talking RPG tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Let's see who we got here listening to us in the chat here. We got 77 people so far.
All right, let's
Hit it,
go
Nate.
to the top, and I see Mike Casper, which it was great hanging out with him and Brad. And
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it was so funny because they had a decent amount of Caspar and scapular and
Broder.
and Broder, and they kept coming back and getting more and more and come back. I'll get a couple more, and eventually Travis and I just said, "Do you want the box?" So we gave Mike the scapular box and Brad the Broder box, so they could put all the Broders and scapulars in. So that was fun. It's good. They're always a
That's
blast
nice.
to hang out with. So
That's cool.
J Mac too. Yep, good seeing him. Darth Piccolo, Dave Orkin, Kirby, Rob Zamora, Tom is here, Brian Carr, Benny Torres, Eric
Hello.
Bryson, Slinky G, Charlie Squared, Omar, Fog and Fantasia, Mecha Rekka, Jeremy
Fog and
Jovier,
fantasy. Come on, let's hit that.
Fantasy. Sorry. Yep, I'm just trying to go quick and I missed it. Thanks for catching that.
Sorry.
James Studiosa, Sasamudio, William Houston. He was at MesquiCon too. Great seeing him. Eric
Yeah,
Von
saw him in a
Kuren,
couple pictures.
Blurred Concepts. Darla Ackerman. Of course, we saw her other half, but I walked home with 3 great capes from Darla. man.
Ooh,
She
nice.
just-
Yeah, look
she
at
kills it.
I had
So
this
good.
on my the Rat King like kind of breakdown, but man, as soon as I got her, I'm like, this is her cape right there. That is
Oh,
totally
killer.
belongs.
I
to
love
Nelly,
that fur.
for sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Let's see
Love
where I leave off. Mr. Ryan Clark, 77 T. John, Lewis Green, Jen Lucky Sprinkles, Freaks Figures, Chris Sartori. We're just saying,
Hey,
congrats to Chris because he won, right? Didn't he win the?
He won. He
Bricklayer?
found the gold pin and
Yeah,
won
nice.
the TMNT diorama. Yeah,
That's awesome.
pin. You're like Willy Wonka. That's so cool.
golden ticket. Hey, even the pin itself is rare. There's only like 10 in existence, and I have 2. So like,
That's
there's only
awesome.
like 8 out there in the world.
I believe I might have one.
You guys have 'em.
let's
I
see.
gave them to you
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we do. Carver Customs, of course. Brian and Stacy we saw this weekend. Great. They had an awesome display and it's fun hanging with them. Diane, Collier 1313, Motu Guru, Jesse Marshall, Texas 1911. There's Stacy Lynn. No Chewing, Joe Gonzalez,
What's up, Chewy?
Michael Carter,
Joe.
2D Figures, Wolf 74145. I think that's a new one. Thomas Belay, Low Fidelity,
Welcome.
Brick. What's up, Brick? Luis, Rick, Emmert, Hank G51, Patrick Boyles here, Ruben
No,
Medina.
he was here. He had to leave.
You're reading while I'm reading names.
He'll be back.
Kev's here. Tom Clayton, Terrence. Again, shout out. He did a great job on some art. If you want to stand up and share.
Terrence
that
is heading
feed.
to Legions Con in a few days.
What?
Getting an early start.
He's
buddy?
probably
What's going
talking
on?
about
He's talking about
Toylanta.
Toylanta. Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, he
Got
did
so
the
much
art
going on,
for-
he can't remember which con he's going to next.
did the artwork for the Creative Realms tee, which was really super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for I don't have mine on, but thank you for sending those.
Blake's here. Mark R. The Weekend Gamer. Alex was good seeing him as well with his great fountains. Tunamator. Alberto right before Valhalla. And Eric Miller. It's great seeing Eric too. They It's funny because Cornboy and Jeremy sort of, what they call it, put him through like somewhat of a hazing because they made him get up on stage for the little panel that they had at Mesquite Con, but he did great. Yeah. So I think I covered everyone. So welcome.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Welcome up. Yeah. Toyland is another one that I really wanted to go to this year. I'm going to need some help getting a holiday. I'll probably be able to get one, but I'm not gonna hedge my bets. I want somebody to pick one up for me if you can. I think Terrence might take care of that. He does a lot of that stuff. I just don't want to overburden him. Anyway, all right. So let's see. There was something somebody said here somewhere. Yes. Well, all right. Speaking of Terrence, got some stuff in the news here that relates to Terrence. Talked about Allegiance Quest, our Allegiance Quest page on YouTube. Two things. I'll start with the Ashen Oath Kickstarter begins tomorrow. This is our friend Brian Burke of Von Burke Studios. 3/24 tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out on Kickstarter. If you haven't followed it, follow it. These figures are looking really cool. I can't wait to see what everything is because it's been peripheral for me. I've been watching his posts and stuff like that. But I haven't seen the whole thing as like, a project and what we're really going to get.
I can't wait.
He likes to tease, Brian. He likes to tease things out. It's his nature. So tomorrow, I'm sure there'll be some stretch goals and things like that, but you'll be able to see a lot of that stuff, and it's looking really cool. And also, congratulations to him because he got chosen for a Kickstarter Projects We Love sticker. So that gets him kind of. I think it gets you placed on the front page in a row of things that projects they love under different categories. So hopefully
that's huge.
He's up there. But they will push people towards you, which is fantastic. That's can't ask for more than that, man. It's really good. So congratulations to Brian. Check that out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Let's get that going. And
that's a rough time for me. It's like tomorrow morning I'm doing state testing, and I'm gonna be in the testing room from like 7:30 probably till 12:30 or like 1 o'clock. So it's like it's super tough. I can try to.
You don't have to be first. You got a lot of time. We all got a lot of time. We can.
Yeah, no, but you want to try to pump the numbers early.
Yeah. If you can get to it, if you're interested in it, and you can get to it, and you can put again. We keep saying this, just back it. You can always back out of some stuff later on if you find towards the end of the campaign that you just can't swing it money-wise or whatever. But that helps, It's like I say here, hit the like button, and that gets people knowing what's going on. So if you get in there, you back it, it gets funded, we get some stretch goals open, it's going to do well, and then you can adjust from there.
He's a visionary. He's just got such a clear vision of what he's doing, and he's got such a unique style in the presentation. I have no doubt this is going to be a great success.
Yeah,
he's a very good marketer, man. He does a really good job marketing. So I have no doubt either. And the other one I was saying, speaking of Terrence, that's starting up soon-ish. I don't know if they have a specific date. Terrence, you can tell us in the chat if you know. Corsair Creations Tide Realm Corsairs, which of course is this dude right here is one of them. Really looking forward to that. Pirates, man. Pirates, skeleton pirates, Cthulhu pirates, human pirates. It's going to be awesome. So that should be starting up pretty soon. Go follow that on Kickstarter. Help pump that up. They did get a lot of followers, so that's really good. But let's help them get that sticker too. That'd be great. May 1st. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I could say, but we're going to have Quaid on, at least Quaid, on May 4th. So Star Wars Day to talk about pirates.
There we go. Space pirates. Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
close.
sure. Makes sense. It's fine. It's close enough.
Mike says Brian's actually going to be on the Legion's Lair tomorrow, so tune in for that.
Oh, I see. They scooped us. Okay. Okay. We should have had him on tonight, but I really want to get him on. I like to get him on when it's going, you know what I mean? And see where things are and talk about it. And stuff,
that's way better idea. Like to have him on before, it's kind of stupid.
Well, tomorrow's going to be great because it started, and hopefully he'll have funded by the time he gets on there. Or at least
and Brian is going to be on, he's also going to be on the real lair, the dork lair.
There you go.
April 16th. See, I don't force him to come on like day one. I'm like in the midst of the campaign, right? Like in the middle of it, to really pump that slow middle time.
There you go. All right, so that's the news. Any other news that we want to bring up, talk about, or is that about it? That's about it.
I think so.
Boy,
Let's talk role-playing game. Let's get this Kickstarter up here. We crossed the 9
Kickstarters.
We crossed the 900,000 mark. I think yesterday.
Today. It was today.
Was it this morning? Early this morning?
It was like after they revealed the skull pack.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. So we still have 12 days to go. 2,319 backers, which is great. I just feel that number like, it's gotten outside of just the core, Mythic Legions collectors. Whether it's a lot or not, I don't know. We did say, I think on the last episode, that they were a not Gen Con. What the hell is it called? What was it called?
Gamma Expo?
Gamma. Thank you.
The game.
And got a lot of great feedback from retailers, which is what that show is all about. So hopefully, this will get this out there. This is the start. It's backed. It's done. It's going to happen. Yes, we want all the other stuff, but part of this was also getting it in front of retailers and then getting it in front of people who, aren't following the Kickstarter as much.
Speaking of last week, I think it was last Wednesday, I went to my local friendly neighborhood game store place.
Yep.
And I had the 2-page PDF printed out. I brought the Paladin Cleric with me. And I pulled into the, it's a tiny little place, and there's nobody in the parking lot. I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm like going to have their ear all by myself. And I walk in, there's a younger guy behind the counter, and I'm like, hey, are you one of the owners? Are the owners here? And they're like, no, they're usually here during the week, but they're not coming in today. I'm like, dang it. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll come back. And I go to walk out. I'm like, you know what? No, not I'm here. I might as well do a little bit of my presentation. So I kind of shared, I told them about the game. Here's the printout. I was telling them a little bit about it. But the second I pulled that figure out of my pocket, I mean, like another dude comes over, this other girl that was working that comes over.
Really?
And they're like, wow, that is cool. And then I said, plus, you can watch this. And I popped the head off, and I pulled the other head out of my pocket, switched the staff, and all that. And so they were like pretty psyched about that, and they wanted to know more. I'm like, I'll come back when the owners are here and finish up. But I said, here's the Kickstarter, what it's called. Go check it out in the meantime. Give them this PDF. So yeah, it was fun to see that.
Look at you, nice. Willie Loman it out there, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
In my little briefcase.
He's got a little briefcase.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Might I interest you in an action figure today?
The official kit, the official
right,
sales kit.
Right.
Pyramid scheme Legions.
And that's not all. Buy now, and you get this extra set of skull heads. Yeah, it was fun.
I almost said my internet has been being great up until.
Yep. It's, coming up on 9. Plus, at SkiCon, they had these figures on display there, the game figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was great to see him in person. Of course, always good to see him in person, but it was just a great way to bring that up, because it's obviously you got all the figures out on the table, and you kind of get caught up in that. And it's like, oh yeah, also there's a Kickstarter going. Check this out. It was fun. Just a whole new level of stuff to talk about.
Talk about your extended Legions warranty. That's right. Coffee is for closers. That's right. Set of steak knives. Set of steak knives, number 2. No, but you can download a PDF if you do have a game store locally. You don't have to go to the lengths that Nate has gone, although you could.
It's fun, though,
But print it out, bring a flyer, tell somebody about it. It's a lot of places, man. I got an action figure store near me that they never heard of Mythic Legions. They're not. They're just not always on top of everything. You know what I mean? They kind of get it used to be Diamond. I don't know who distributes them anymore, but you get the catalog and what are you going to order this month? And if they're not in there, then they just don't know about it. So
Comic shop style.
Yeah, exactly. Joe says I went to my game shop and they ended up being interested in the figures and not the game. Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's
interesting.
Weird. Okay.
It is. But hey, we'll take it. Just get those on the shelves, man.
Yes, and if you're in the DFW area in Texas, Kevin will have it at Kevbox Toys.
Cool.
So there you go. It was not Chosen One. No. Well, Chosen One doesn't have them either. Yeah, Chosen One doesn't have them either. I don't know anybody that carries Mythic Legions around here, honestly.
There's not anyone in Boston either. You'd think there would be.
That's a huge city too.
Yeah, it's big metropolitan area, and there's not. You have to go like out to Western Mass, like 2 hours out.
Yeah,
almost towards New York State to find a store that actually is like an official retailer.
Yeah,
and there's some toy stores around here, but just not.
Yeah. There's it says 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, at least 5 or 6 on the island, and the island, side to side is a good 4 or 5 hour drive, maybe 4 hours. But so far I've found nobody that carries them on here. It's really strange.
Thing is,
anyway, all right,
I can't go into a place and be like, hey, can you guys start carrying Legions? Because I order.
You're not going to buy them from
direct.
You're not going to. I won't personally buy them here, but I'm sure people will.
You guys should carry them.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, that's true. You got to kind of commit a little bit to the whole.
I
thing.
just want to find a place where I would just walk in and they're there, and I like.
Yeah, you might want to buy one.
Buy something,
Exactly.
And just they got Legions. I'm buying one just because, just to support.
Right. Even if it's overpriced and yeah. So on the 900, we got some unlocks. We got, let's see, what was the bag of skulls came in at
just as nothing. He just announced.
Oh, they just added that.
Added.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So bag of skulls is an add-on that you can buy.
Yep.
If you
Kickstarter
want,
exclusive.
If you're, Brett Stoddard, you're going to buy about 16 of these.
Minimum.
Just for future use. Future
At
use.
least.
Yeah.
He's probably got enough, but that's cool. 5 heads.
Yeah.
What was the price on this?
15.
$15.
Yeah.
$3 per head.
Yep. There you go. There you go. But we did unlock some stuff. We unlocked at 900,000. We unlocked the Heroic Paladin standee. So that's you're gonna have your standee for the Heroic Paladin in the game. These are the stretch goals that are going to come with the basic set and all the iterations that contain the basic set. And then they did show at 934, 975. I think everybody knows that number is like the highest they've ever achieved in a Kickstarter.
Advent of Decay.
Right. So if they beat that, the enemy's head pack is included with the full adventure combos. I think that's under. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to jump around there. Updates here, and we can see that. Well, here's our standee. Looks really cool. These standees look really cool.
It's really cool.
I just love the fact that they're just little pictures, and it's amazing. I'm assuming the back has the back.
They're your pictures, Trevor.
Yeah, I forget that stuff. That's not my my first thought, but yeah, that's cool.
Little guy right here.
And then we did see, so this is the tease for the unlock of the enemy's head pack at 934, 975, which is cool. Cool orc head. I think that's the standard orc head, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. And then
is it
the new Urzok?
It might be the new Urzok.
It might be the new Urzok sculpt. Yeah, it probably is. And then that is the I don't know which skull is that from the skull pack. That was from the
That's the
skulls.
orc skull, right?
Orc skull, right? You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
that
Yeah.
cool
So you can
black
have an undead orc
stripe thing.
with that little black
War
streak
paint.
is pretty cool. I love the war paint on it. That's
Very
great.
cool.
So again, like this is stuff that we've seen. You know, the bone sword. Not new tooling or anything like that, but you do have to understand that there are going to be people new to this, and just being able to, you know, build out your ranks of some of the characters that you might want to play with on the table.
And
they look
you know,
cool.
nothing today was terribly like, oh my god, like
Earth-shattering,
eye-opening,
right,
like
yeah.
wow. But it
Yeah.
moved the numbers. Like there was like over $10,000 today. So like these
Yep.
little things, even though it doesn't feel like that
Mhm.
that like intense, like holy crap moment, like we're still almost 2 weeks out. Like
Right.
these little things move these mid game numbers, and I think
Yep.
they're important. You know.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
And you don't want to try to like, you don't want them introducing all sorts of new sculpture, because then it slows things down. You know, it's
Right.
you know, save a couple big hitters for the end, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Like have a few little things here and there.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is, as we know, I mean, because we saw some of it back at Legions Con last year, is ready to go. It's in production, if not, you know, finishing up production, at least on figure wise. So that's why they're very confident that this is going to be, you know, by the end of the year, we should have everything in hand. They have some new players in the game in terms of, you know, the companies that's making the coins and the minis and stuff like that. But these are established companies that do this for a lot of, you know, RPG games and things like that. So I don't think that's going to be any kind of issue in slowing things down. I don't know if we talked about Rick's. Oh, we got a super chat. There you go.
we do from Generation
Thank you, sir.
Joe 499. I get that the RPG Kickstarter is mostly pushing the game system, but the reveals have been a little lackluster, have they not? The new enemy head pack is meh. Well,
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if maybe you typed that before my last comment, but that was like exactly what I was just talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stuff
go
to
back
build
and
out your
re-listen.
ranks for the game. It's not meant to be a new wave filled with all sorts of new stuff. There are new
Brand new
things. I
tooling.
mean, there's new tooling in here. Some of those the heads that we're getting on the main characters and the expansion packs is new tooling. You know,
paint
but for the most
jobs.
part, they wanted to keep this pretty streamlined so that they could get it out once the Kickstarter funded, and you're not waiting, you know, a year or two before
Exactly.
you can get this in hand. And again, this is supposed to. It's meant to create the game, but they also do, of course, by way of the game, want to introduce people to the line. And I think, based on what Nate has said, in bringing in, you know, a figure into, you know, a game store, and based on what Cameron and I experienced at Gen Con, and what they experienced at the retailer con, that people are like, see the figures and like, whoa, oh, this is interesting. So there's going to be people who haven't even seen these things. This is all new to them. So, you know, it's a way to build out your ranks. And if you don't want the add-on pack, it's fine. You know, you don't have to get the add-on pack if it's not interested to you.
I mean,
there are things coming.
Yep.
Yep.
It might, like I said before, it might seem lackluster to me. Like it's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe it's meh.
Me too.
I don't know like what that word really means, but like it's, you know, it's what it is. But the thing is, it pumped it. I mean, yesterday was $2,000. Today was over 10,000, and it's still going. Like it
Yep.
did the job that it was meant to do. And you know they're holding back stuff, and it's gonna only kind of like get bigger towards the end. I honestly
Right.
think, like, I was talking to, I think it was Brett about this, or I forget what group I was in, but like the 1.5 million feels like right on the money. Like it feels like the right number.
think so?
Like they kind of nailed it, right? Like we're at the point where they are well within reach of that 1.5, but it's not guaranteed. I think it's going to blow past it, but like it's, you know, the
Really?
last day, I think it's going to go past it, but it's not guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like, but it's within reach. So
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they're kind of right on point with everything, and almost like, you know, amazingly so.
And even when the Kickstarter, I know they want to hit that point prior, to its official end. But even after it ends, through the backer kit, people dump way more funds in that too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how completely far it gets to.
And when it comes down to it, I don't even think it's going to be the reveals or anything like that that really pump the numbers at the end. It's going to be the $30 action figures. Like, just the fact that you have all these Legion builders essentially, and people, the reality sets in. You're like, this is my last chance to get $30 figures for however long until they do another wave, whatever. But
Right.
I already can feel it hitting me where I'm like, damn it, am I gonna get another set of these things? Should I buy 5 more paladin or whatever the cleric,
Exactly.
the cleric, because it's $30 for that? I think it's gonna go crazy at the end, just because of that. Not even considering the other stuff, like the reveals and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go.
And we always say
Wyatt doesn't even know what's new sometimes.
yeah. I mean, the paint. Just seeing the new Warrior in person. And the new paint on that, it was just so freaking cool. And that was one of those ones where honestly, I was like, I don't really know if I want that. But seeing it, I'm like, yeah, I'm down for at least one now. And
I can tell you. Yeah, go ahead.
Just a real fun, quick anecdote because it's up. And I think this has already been out there, but this week was the first I had heard it. For his shield, how it's two-tone like that. I guess Sherry had painted it like that to show Eric and maybe Jeremy, whoever else. Yeah, 2 different colors to say, hey, which one do you guys like better? And I'll finish it up in that. And they're like, actually, that looks pretty dope. That's it. Let's just keep it.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love that.
Cool. Yep, me too.
Yeah, full confession, man. I never liked Warrior. I didn't like him. Nah.
I've never actually had him. I have a Warrior head. That's all I have.
The head turns on a swivel. I don't know if that's changed on here or not. So it was a little limiting. I'm going to guess they probably didn't change that. I don't know. But those legs, the Tigigrade legs, makes it for me. Now I like it. Now I think it actually looks like a boar. I mean, it's got that
real fantasy.
Yeah, what is the what are the sort of lichen wolves? God, Joe, help me. In D&D, they're like the hyena creatures.
Windaji is one of those. The gnoll.
Gnolls, yeah. I mean, it's not a gnoll, but it gives me that feeling. You know what I mean? I can see this thing now being it. Just before with the little stumpy legs, I didn't like him. So I'm cool. This is going to be my Warrior from now on. And we got another. We got, what is his name? Rix. Yeah, Rix the skeleton. This was a couple weeks ago. I don't know if we talked about it or not, but a named character that's going to be in the adventure book in Mercurios. So he'll be in, which we'll be talking about a little bit more when we look at this map.
Yeah,
cool
I forget the group or the posse or whatever he rolls with, but it sounds like a really cool storyline that's added to it. The lore.
Yeah. So when we look at the map, they have a couple of places pointed out. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to jump to it right now, but one of them is a prison. Maybe they're from the prison. Maybe they escaped the prison. Maybe part of your job.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the story, so I'm totally riffing here. But it sounds like it's going to be, and from the look of the map, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's talk about the reveal that we got at Mesquicon, which was we got this. Well, we got this. No, we got this at Mesquicon, right?
Mesquicon,
this was shown first. Yeah. So yeah, the Villainous Paladin. Yes, it's the Paladin in a different color. The soft goods, though, which are beautiful. I love the blue.
I do too. And speaking of this, is another little tidbit I learned. So this is obviously what it's going to look like when you get it, but they didn't have time to get these actual soft goods in the new colors for the reveal. So Joe said, maybe I can just paint over the gold, and that's what he did. And I mean, I had it this close to my face, and you could barely tell at all.
Look
it was
at
incredible.
Joe.
So it turned out so
He's
damn
a talented young man.
Yes,
That's
he
great.
is indeed.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah. So I like this. We got the thief elf hat. So basically, this is a shadow elf. in Mythos. They're dark elves, whatever, and other genres, but in Mythos they're dark elves. It comes with a couple of different head options. Does this have a faceplate with it too? I forget. Another faceplate, or is that it?
I think
It's
think
a
that was-
faceplate and a
That's in the-
head where you can swap the hair in the
Right.
helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a helmet
Really?
too. If you go
Yeah,
to yeah,
You
yeah,
got
see
the
the
hel-
helmet
oh, the
down?
helmet here. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you can take
And
the
I'm-
hair off. You can put the helmet on there. But this is, I'm assuming, is a faceplate that's compatible
I-
with some of the
I
other
was-
skeleton
I believe
faceplates
so.
and things like that. So
Yep.
if you want to use it for that,
of course,
so lots of different looks for
Yeah.
it.
A lot of people's minds instantly went to a certain character from, the
Mm-hmm.
R.L. Salvatore books.
Not get ourselves in trouble. No, I'm just
Mm.
kidding.
Got another super chat here.
Oh yeah.
Also, Generation Joe, $10. Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
I totally get keeping
Lithe.
lithe on the new tooling, keeping light on the new tooling. But newer parts with new deco would be exciting. Simple things, the Urzok shoulder harness, which is actually in this campaign. The Broder chest black, scapular chest. Yeah, that we don't have that dwarf chest. That's the dwarf chest, right? The Broder chest.
Yeah.
Or the scapular chest is in this campaign as well.
Mm-hmm.
So those almost all of those are actually in this campaign.
There's some crossover here. So sometimes when things like that, like Urzok had been produced far enough back that maybe they could get some of those parts into this. The problem with when they were producing these figures and putting them together to get them to production, and the testing that goes on with that. And there's new soft, there's the new plastic soft goods too that come with some of these figures too, which are new parts.
There's a bunch of new tooling in this
Yeah.
campaign. There's a lot. It's just that like the last few, like a lot of the extra reveals and things, like they kind of front loaded a lot of the new tooling to
Right.
get the thing excited and build it up in the beginning. Like
Yeah.
I don't think
And the
there's
stuff-
a lack of new tooling in this.
Right. The stuff that I think, yeah, it all depends. The stuff that was being produced for Sons of the Red Star at the time, they may not have had access to be using that tooling for new parts for another line that was simultaneously,
Yeah.
or maybe even in the middle of that being produced. So it all just depends on where it comes. You know what I mean? We're seeing things new, but this could have been in production before those. You know what I mean? So it all depends. Again, yeah. I mean, there is, like Bill said, there's new tooling in here. It may not be. Again, we're trying to get tropes here to some degree. We're trying to get character types to go along with the RPG, so they're not going to break a lot of, new ground with like
yeah.
a new different torpiculi type. You know what I mean? Eventually, I can
Right.
see there being some sort of, torpiculi 2, or something like that goes along with an adventure pack. You know what I mean? Like those are
Right.
characters that you're going to fight or something like that. So
Yeah. And keep
we're
in
going to
mind,
get new stuff in this. I know what you're saying, but a lot of the
keep in
newness
mind,
is the fact that this is a new thing, a new game, a new
it's only
$30
March.
price point.
It's
Right.
only March. We still got it the rest of the whole year to get new. We're
Yeah.
gonna get it.
No, I mean, I
loaded
think,
with
yeah,
new.
I think he was specifically talking about in this campaign to get
Right, I
to
know.
like push numbers.
excited
Sure.
about it. But I mean, I think the
Yeah.
exciting thing is $30 price point full figures.
A lot of
You know what I
which
mean?
a lot of
Deluxe
those $30
figures.
figures have new
parts.
parts and stuff.
Yeah.
you
New
know?
parts, new heads. Yeah, there's
It's
at
just
least
I think
3 new
some
heads.
people want every single reveal to be something new and flashy and like
Yeah.
wow, and it's just I think that it's not practical in terms of like having that many new things if you want to get this out within essentially 8 months or 9 months or
Right.
something like that, right? So
Yeah.
And again, all that tooling costs money up front, which is money up front, which has to go into consideration as to what the pricing is. And if they wanted to get, and what I know from the beginning, one of their goals was to get some very affordable full figures for people to get into this without going, $50-$60 per character to play, like to army build some skeletons or whatever. They wanted to get those $30 figures out there so that people who are new to it, they'll ramp up to buying $60 deluxe figures. They have an opportunity here to buy one if they want. But
Right.
that was kind of the point, to get those out there and to start that whole thing, to start that whole new kind of, it's not a line, but like, it's just another avenue for them to
Theme
go
almost.
what did you say?
It's almost like a theme, it's like a
Yeah,
sub-theme.
like RPG characters, which can be, some of them might be deluxe, but I think they're going to try and stick with a lot of them that are in the $30 price point, because it's just easier for like a game store also to pick up and put on the shelf for wholesale. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and to sell easily. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yep. We got a new Super.
Yeah, exactly, Kev.
7.
No, but I mean, I'm not dismissing
No.
Generation Joe. I get it. I get it. But again, everything isn't a wave, and there's
Right.
price points to consider, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway.
Yeah,
Good-
I think
good
like
balance.
comments like this, like don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I've increased my pledge twice. Just wish some more rare parts. Yeah, we're not saying
Sure. Rarer
don't
parts.
feel that way. Like
Right.
sure,
No.
like I'm not. I'm also not like wowed by an orc head. You know what I mean?
No, I mean,
I'm just saying I understand it. I understand
Yeah.
why it happened.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that would have spurred me, but it gets people like looking again, and maybe it kind of kickstarts people's, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It worked. I mean, we got a lot of new pledges, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think it's a good mix to keep this price points where they are and get what you're getting out of these things. I think, again, not blowing smoke, man, but I think there's a lot of really great deals on here, price wise, for things. Even a $45 book, I think, is pretty good. All right, so there we go. We got our deluxe Villainous Paladin Cleric. You got a Vamp Head too, so you can put that in a purple book down here to go with it. So that's cool. And then we got, which I think is really cool, we got a glimpse of, and I think I'm going to have to go to the Facebook page because I can't zoom in on this, and I really want to zoom in on it. This map of Mercurios, which is awesome. We were talking about this on Offworld the other day. See if I can. Here we go. There we go. Nice big picture. There we go. We can zoom in on this thing. First of all, gorgeous. Love the
it's so
artwork. Love the
great.
style.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love the Odysseus. I was saying on Offworld, I was like a little disappointed in Attila for letting this. So the story is like this was a center for a while, and this is where they trained the army in. That's why the Colosseum was built in the first place, to train the Odysseus army, and that might have been back when during the first Great War, right? Like when Odysseus was here, and then it kind of fell into disrepair, and it was started to be used for, Colosseum type games, like Roman type things, bloody battles to the death or whatever. And then it got a little seedier. So it's got then there was the rebellion. The people who were kept as, I assume, like is paid, but as mercenaries or gladiators within the Colosseum were took their leave, and the place kind of went to hell. So it's a little seedy right now. So you're going to be playing in. Although we were saying, like, this looks like there's this little bridge here with kind of like a guard tower. Like, where the hell is it? Right here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing, but like right there. And then there's a bridge, and like this looks like the Hamptons part of town. Like this is the ritzy area over here.
Yeah.
And then
The owners.
Full golf course.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah, there's right. Yeah, up here there's a little 9-hole. And then this is that's right. Yeah, actually, they do look like rows. Like right, they do look like vineyards or farming. We got the center of town, the waterfront, the port, And then we were debating whether or not, what were they calling the merchant district would be like here or
I think
around the Colosseum.
I think it's
Maybe around
I think
here.
it's between those two spots you just pointed. I
Somewhere
think
in
it's
here.
that-
Yeah.
somewhere in that.
I mean, this
like-
looks like a ritzy building. This has got to be like a governmental building or something like that.
I think that's the government, and then as you go
Mm-hmm.
southwest, sort of, like you're getting into the,
In
that what you're circling there. I think that's what I think is the merchant district.
That's what I thought. Like, this is kind of the town square with the statues and things like that. So that's usually like where there's like some.
And it's all kind of
storefronts
connected to
and
the
things.
port down as you go south.
Right.
Like that's the
Right.
port.
You don't
I do
want to be
think
too
the
far away
prison
from that.
is that like
Well, the
gray.
Right here.
Yeah,
Right here,
that
right?
gray thing looks
Yep.
like the prison.
Which is cool as hell, like built into a mountain. So you know, I mean, they're pointing out the Colosseum, Stone Maw Prison, Merchant District, and Seaport. So generally, and Joe said, you know, it looks like there's more room. Maybe there's things they're not showing, just not to give certain things away. It's possible. But this is where your story, your adventure, your first adventure guide is going to take place, and I think it's really cool. I mean, have anything to do with the Colosseum, a prison built into a mountainside sounds awesome to adventure in. I mean, like classic dungeon stuff,
Like the
you know.
the valley. That's if you go up north from there. The valley in
Mhm.
between. That's kind of could be have some dark, cool
You got
stuff going on up
mountains. You could
there.
have goblins up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then this was
Um,
kind of, what do we call this? Is kind of like the shanty town or whatever. Like looks like smaller camps and things like that.
Yeah, on the outskirts there.
So
I
fun
wanted to just say
speculate.
to Tunamator's asking, am I missing the numbers? No, the numbers aren't there. We're sort of like, that's why we're guessing.
No, yeah, we were looking for them the other day. Like we were just going through it and kind of guessing. Obviously, that's the Colosseum. Pretty sure this is the prison. We're guessing it. This is being the merchant area, and obviously the seaport is, you know, where all the ships are docked here.
Yeah.
So, you know, those being on the map, that's stuff that you're probably gonna, you know, have some interaction with during the game. And again, like if you do buy the beginner box, and you do want to play the game, you're waiting for a DM or something like that. Don't flip through that adventure guide, as tempting as it's going to be. Maybe just flip through it quick to see some pictures or something. But that's going to be all the stuff that you're going to run into. So we don't want to give it away to yourself.
Spoiler warning.
Cheating at D&D is not fun. It's no fun. It's not fun. It's way more fun to roll bad every once in a while and have some bad rolls and not know what's going on and make mistakes, and it's fun. So anything else you
Zayma
guys
asked. I
Mm-hmm.
was just gonna say, Zayma asked, "Is there gonna be another episode of the play test?" Yeah, there's a handful of episodes. He's gonna put them out maybe once a week, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for those.
Keep in mind while you're watching that, we were working off of early material. We don't even have the faction system. There's stuff that came about, like I'm playing a vampire, and I suggested something that actually made it in. But I never used it during the game, so
'Cause it wasn't there when we. Yeah.
it wasn't there. So we were trying to stick with what we knew and what Cameron had provided us, and that was early. So there's a lot more to the game now. That faction system is going to be the whole thing, man. So
Yeah, I
so,
love
but
that they're-
it does give you an
they've
idea
explained
what you
that.
can play, and a little bit of. We didn't have maps. We didn't have locations. So again, Joe made up some of that stuff. So, but it does give you a little bit better idea of what you know, some of the specific types of characters. Because I know that Jesse plays a skeleton. You're a Jagualian, Bill. I'm a vampire. Nate, you're
I was
You're
just
a
a human rogue.
You're a human
rogue.
rogue, right? You're a human rogue.
Yeah.
I love your character in that. I really do.
Thanks.
I like all our
Blanton-
characters
That's
in
Blanton,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Blanton Aldani.
I-
Yeah. I
really love all our characters in that. I
I
really
do
want to go
too.
back and play that. I want to
Same.
play that. I want to play those characters. If we play this adventure, I want to play those characters in this adventure. Honestly,
Yes.
That would be fun.
Agree. Yeah.
And all right. So what else did we get? Anything else? Is that pretty much it?
I think that's it.
So
think
they
that's it for
talked a
that
little
map.
bit about
We-
the lore
they-
master.
We hadn't seen the whole map either last time we had the episode. the whole Mythos map, too,
right.
which was like the same day or maybe a day before that.
Let me go back to Facebook because I think they have it on here.
And while you're looking that up,
Yep.
Michael Carter says, do you think that the figures in the game will ship out together? Yes, I believe that is their plan.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I think the plan is to get everything in a one big box. Like, you're going to get everything all at once. I don't think they want to be shipping out things piece by piece. I'm going to flip over to this because this was pretty cool too, and I don't think we talked about this. So Carlos Amaral, who is a freelance concept artist, illustrator, digital sculptor from Portugal, has been helping doing some of the, actually all of the minis, I believe. In the past, I know when people went to intern for a day, and they might have shown them other places. It wasn't really a secret after that, but they had little minis of like Urzok and a couple of the other characters. And it was basically them just kind of like shrinking down the files that they had. But that doesn't really work for minis because there's just too many fine details in that stuff. And they may have modified them to take a few of those details out. But it's a lot of work. It's almost basically like you have to kind of resculpt them. You know what I mean? You almost have to resculpt everything from scratch. Plus you want dynamic poses, which isn't something they necessarily have when they're built, when you know, they're building the files. You know what I mean? They're not putting them, they can, but they're not doing that necessarily. So he's been doing this obviously for actually, oh wow, he did the Song of Ice and Fire stuff. I bought that. That was the Frazetta Girls RPG, or tabletop game anyway. Not RPG. But these are beautiful, man. These are so cool looking. I love just the little, I kind of like seeing the stuff like simplified to a mini size, you know what I mean? Some of the armor pieces and things like that. I mean, they're beautifully detailed.
They look amazing.
There's not a lot lost here.
Yeah, it's
fluid.
Yeah,
so to speak. I don't know if that's the right term, but seamless,
Yeah.
I guess, is better.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. That is so cool.
That's epic.
Makes me want to like go pose up my figures in these poses. You
I know,
Doesn't
right?
it? I know. Yeah. I want to watch this movie. I meant to pick Jeremy and that guy's brains this past weekend too, but just about how they got the roster of these people like involved in this, between this guy, the map art guy, the dude that wrote the it's just, and the art
Cameron
guy,
did a
it's
lot
like,
Cameron did a lot of, much more than I did. I was with him at Gen Con, but he did a lot of interviewing people. He talked to, he actually sat down. They had like kind of a thing at Gen Con, and I don't know if a lot of these people came from Gen Con, but some of them did, where you could, talk to artists and talk to writers and things like that. So if you've got a game and you're looking for a writer, somebody to write a module or something. So he interviewed a bunch of people while we were there. I don't know if any of that came from this, but there were people we talked to at some of the tables. I remember we were looking into minis and we were just both like, how can this be done? You know what I mean? But, you meet somebody there who says, oh, I know this company that can do it for you. And it's great.
It's
awesome.
awesome.
Things like the size, obviously, of like the shaft of this axe is obviously oversized, but that's the kind of thing you need to do. You can't shrink down.
The scale.
Or it'll be too thin. It'll break. Yeah. So I love that stuff, man. I love the way they do this.
Yeah.
It's great posing.
This reminds me of your the poses you put guys in on your little turntable, Bill, when you do the reviews. You do great poses. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, they're real dynamic looking.
Love it. Love it.
Seeing that dwarf in person this weekend too was so freaking cool. Love it.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
These are going to be cool. Very cool. All right. I'm looking for the map. Did they post it up here? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, man. How many? I just poured over this.
So
thing.
I mean, we can't even like. First of all, you can't get it too big. But what do you guys think of this?
Sea creatures and just add so much more life to it.
I know.
From what from what we've seen, it's already boggled my imagination. Now it's elevated so much more.
There's a few little things that are like new. There's a lot of a lot of the original stuff is there, but then there's a few little like names and places and new things on there that you can kind of like go
the
through
Eye of the
and
Clan.
check out.
The Eye of the Clan. I don't remember the Eye of the Clan. Oh, the Eye of the Lion. I'm sorry, the Eye of the Lion. The Eye of the Lion,
Yes,
though, is that
the text can be
is
a
that
little
the
tricky to
castle?
read sometimes.
Is that
sounds
the
new,
main
too.
castle in Leondor, then? I would say so,
Yeah, let me
right?
see.
Makes sense. No, because that's the Fortress of the Gilded Lion. This is the main castle in Leondor. This is... So the Eye of the Lion, I wonder if that's like a lookout tower or something. Interesting. Really cool, though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cartography is beautiful. And I know people are looking at things like, oh, Kraken and Dragon.
Right.
But I mean, I think this
They're
is
all
just
over.
kind of the stuff that, maybe some of it's deliberate, but, the kind of things you would see on an old, old map, just to kind of fill spots and things like
In
that.
world, he described it as an in-world
I would hope
map.
eventually that they would offer this, that you could get like rolled up in a tube or something in case you wanted to frame it, or 'cause
Yeah.
it's going to come folded up in your book, right? But
You know what I do like, though, when I heard like, fold it up, but look at the way they've done it, and to make it look as if it's been folded. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's got the
Yeah,
burnt
it's got the
cut
weathered.
edges and even like the little dark stain spots and stuff.
Mm.
I love that.
No, good
That's a
touch.
great touch. Because then when you open it up, you do feel like, oh, this is something
worn.
old, and it's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like a new map that has creases in it. You know what I mean? It feels like an old map. That's great. The Masked Veil. Serpent Station. Isla del Avar.
Lady
Flowing
Averona.
Spire.
That was on the original map, I think.
Oh,
I think that's
Avar,
like
yeah.
Averona would be right because she's an Erethier.
Yep. And that's Aetherhorn.
Yep.
Gob Hollow, Aetherhold, Ironhold. Grey Worm. Those were in there. Mercurios is in there. Trader's Bay was in there.
They have great sliders at Trader's Bay. Been there. A
Yeah,
couple
they do.
summers,
Yeah, they have some
couple
really
summers
good,
ago. Really
Disney-
good.
really good frozen,
Disney Springs.
Yeah.
frozen Indian food too. It's really good. Oh, Christ. Yeah, very cool though.
Eagles Port. That's where
Yep.
that's where Dawn's of Discovery happens, right? Eagles Port, isn't that right?
Yep. I
Oh
think so.
yeah. Yeah.
The Brittle Tract. I don't remember the Brittle Tract.
No,
Skull Harbor,
it's
I
just the
remember,
House
but
of
the Brittle
Blessed
Tract, I
Bone
don't remember.
on the original map.
Oh,
So
Interesting.
anything there. Skull Harbor is a new name. I mean, that's
is
there,
it?
but
I
like
thought
it's
Skull
got a
Harbor
name.
was there. Okay.
I'm looking at the map. Maybe it's a different
Okay.
version of the map I'm looking at, but it just says House of the Blessed Bone on the island in the middle, and then it says the
Okay.
Deadlands. But it does. This map I'm looking at does have the
Bloodless
Isla
Throne,
del
Sanguine
Avar.
House, the Pole Star. Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And this, this is an overlook, so you can kind of like figure out where you're going in between, obviously, adventures or create your own stuff based on this. But the thing I love is like the thing with the module, the Mercurios module, that we're really going to get really detailed maps of these regions and get to know what happens in them. So
Right.
I can answer this question, I think. Because it's an in-world map, it's a map made by a cartographer within Mythos. I think the idea is that that person has never been to the Northlands, is my guess.
Right.
yeah, remember this takes place so far
In the
before
new
the rise of the
mythos.
Dark Forest. So I think
New
that
old
was
mythos.
something they kind of discovered more recently, right? The fact that they
Yeah.
went that far north, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people had been there, but there were
Yeah.
people kind of escaping the wars and getting away from everybody else, so trying to stay out of sight. So
Right. I know. It's been questioned. We got the expanded map not too long ago, right? So we assumed that's what this would be, but this is our good old, our original, what's now being called the new Mythos map,
right, exactly.
because that's when everything takes place so far that they're releasing.
Yeah, yep. Very, very cool. Love it. It's cool. They did talk a little bit about, and they teased something. They did talk about the lore master profession. Lore Master is a student. So this would take the place of a bard in D&D, or it's the equivalent of a bard.
Yeah.
Lore Master is a student of occult and arcane knowledge in all its forms. Where other professions seek to wield magical power, the Lore Master seeks to also understand it and its place in mythos. Those who are driven to pursue this profession spend many years in study not only of magic and its many forms, but also of other subjects, including history, astronomy, alchemy, languages, mathematics, and how these fields knowledge relate to one another. So there are no bards, but there is the Lore Master. So a little different. I'm cool with it. I like it. And this is a little tease. We saw the purple book with the evil paladin, but we do have a vampire lore master coming. So if we can get to that point. So, and that point is... Oop, didn't go far enough. Sorry. Oh, went too far. Never mind. Go on. Is that at 1 million? The lore master?
I'm not sure.
No, 1.2 right down there.
2.5?
Oh, 1.2.
Yeah.
Okay,
2,
1.2 is the vampire lore master, right? Right. Yeah, at 1 million we got the Villainous Paladin. Great. All right. So there you go.
Cool
There's
stuff.
your update.
Keep adding to the pledges.
Hell yeah. Then we're up to 905 now, which is cool. So that's like, what did you say, 25 added in a day, Bill? Something like that?
Today
15?
was 10, over 10. I haven't looked at it since earlier, but it was like maybe a couple hours ago it was over 10.
Because it's 905 now, so okay. And you think you're pretty confident in 1.5, huh? You think they're gonna blow past 1.5?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I haven't seen. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, everybody's an expert, right? Well, it hasn't moved. Nothing's happening. It's the way
It
it
did
is.
600 in the first day, and oftentimes you get a similar number at the end. So,
right.
I mean, that's 600 would put it there.
Yep. I can see that happening. I mean, again, we're doing a 24-hour marathon. Not that we're going to drive all that, but people get hyped, man. People get hyped. People buy more, like you said. You a little bit of panic sets
FOMO.
in. Hey, maybe I get 2 of those wizards. Maybe and that'll happen for sure. We got any questions up here, Nate, that we want to hit up? Or
I haven't seen any.
There was one question about Bayafir.
it's not exactly a lore master. Sorry, it's taking the place only because there is no bard. I'm sorry, not a lore master, a bard. Arcane focused. Curious how it'll differ from a wizard. Yeah. I don't know.
So let me just pull this one up. Sprunt said, anyone hear of any updates on the release of Bayafir? I believe it is listed as Q2 this year, which is soonish. Well, it's not listed as Q2 officially from Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen have always had it listed as sometime in 2026. Could be delayed. You never know. But if it hits in December 2026, it's still on time. It's just that I think some retailers have just kind of took it upon themselves to say this is when they think it'll be out.
I guess they probably picked those a long time ago, too, when it came out, and probably just shot a dart at the wall and said, all right, let's say Q2.
Yeah.
Although
I haven't heard that there's been any issues in production or anything. I know that it's a unique, brand new thing to them. So, but they bake that into their timeline to have a lot of back and forths. And so far, what I've heard, it's rolling along.
They had a good start on it. I mean, that if anybody saw the Butter Dragon, it wasn't complete or anything like that. It wasn't completely baked, but it was a good start on how the joints were going to work and how it would go together. But there's always stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
You find out, maybe we should rotocast this because it's a little too heavy or whatever comes along. So it's a big piece, and there are many moving parts. So
Chris said because of the size and the newness of this, they're not cutting any corners. They're going to do it right.
Around,
yeah.
If they have to delay,
and they're not going to. Yeah. They don't want this to go out with any issues, broken claws, things like that. So, it's really, be patient. It's coming. We waited 2 years for lines before we can wait 2 years for a dragon. Hopefully we don't have to, but we'll see.
Trevor,
Blue
do you
Screen says,
remember
I
what
think-
you predicted, Tidy? You said, I think he probably ordered 15 sets of
15,
heads.
I said.
He said he ordered 40. He's behind on his watch.
Oh, did I
and he
say
said he
50
ordered-
or 15? I don't
15.
know.
I think you said
I think I said
15 or something.
15. Well, there's 5. Well, wait a minute. 40 bags of skulls. Jesus Christ. Actually, you know what? It's a great way. Like, I always find myself, like, for dioramas and shoots, taking the heads off the skeletons that I have. I have a few, like diorama type skulls. Like, I just use them they're like stacks of skulls and stuff like that.
But if you
then
want
if
a
I
pile of
need other
skulls-
skulls, I'll start pulling them off my skeletons,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I do
shit,
the
now I
same.
got to go back to the thing, and they're falling over. I might buy a whole bunch of these things, man, just to have them piled up. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, $3 a head. That's
I mean, why not?
totally
man,
worth
right?
it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
it's funny.
Visions of Skelly with a lyre. Sure. Well, I mean, there's nothing saying you can't be a lore master who's musical inclined. You can still have a lyre. You can sing
And
your heart's to your
Bony
heart's content.
fingers are probably pretty dexterous and
Good at plucking.
capable
Yeah.
of plucking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's a nice. You're gonna get a nice sound out of those
A
strings.
nice
too.
twang.
Yeah, exactly. And you got a built-in slide, right? You could just yeah, they're taking a lot. Chris said we want to make it 110. Hopefully, we'll get some info on the actual RPG before the end of the Kickstarter to draw in more gamer fans. Like what, Joe? I mean, I think they're putting things
That
out little
lore
by
master
little.
drop was pretty big. You know,
lore
There
master
is,
and
you know what?
faction
There,
stuff.
Yep,
I do want to
factions.
say that there is in the updates here. Will I be okay? There is something on the faction rank system, which I think this is good. I wish you could like link to. I wish this was like a web page that, like, within the base text of the home page, the campaign page, you could link to this page, because
Right.
I think this stuff is really cool. And I think it's really stands out and makes the whole thing really different from just your another 5e game. Like, this is really going to be a driving force for your character within the game, which I love, more so than even just your alignment. And your alignment dictates how you react, what you might do. Yes, but there's like goals here. You know what I mean? To become higher ranked within your faction, or hey, you say, screw these guys, I'm going over here. You know what I mean? And I'm going to join the Sons of the Red Star and be a mercenary and kind of change my alignment, which is pretty cool, man. I love it.
And the
So if you
dynamic
want to read
of-
about that, it's in updates, faction rank
But,
system.
but if you're an orc in the Aether
I wasn't showing that.
faction, that's one thing as far as ranking up goes. But if you're a human, you might have a little bit more challenges, or it just might not go as smoothly as you think. So I just adding that dynamic to it is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's update 21 on the updates page, if you want to check that out. It's a quick read, but it's really, really cool, man.
Oh, Joe was
some
talking
really
about
good
game
stuff.
stats specifically. What's unique stat wise?
For example, what's the difference between playing a paladin in D&D and in the Mythic Legions RPG?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think some more shows are in order. I mean, I'd if we got more to talk about, I'd love to get Cameron back or something, or maybe Joe on, and we can hit some more of that stuff. I mean, I'm into that stuff. I want to know as much as I can. So yeah, maybe there's
One
more of that, or
clue
maybe
is
some of the
on
other shows
that.
will do.
Like Emil Wickman's layout example
Yeah.
page that they showed.
Mm-hmm.
There were some stats on there that are different than the the 2014 5e rules. We were looking, I forget who I was looking at that with. Patrick, maybe. I don't know if you can zoom in, but like some of those stats on that barbarian
Hard to read.
list
Yeah.
are the like the numbers are a little bit different on like where certain things happen. So if you want a little taste of that, I'm sure Joe probably already poured over that page, but like,
yeah, this is your level. These are your levels and what happens at those levels and things like
Right.
that. I think didn't we have some of this stuff when we were playing the game? Or I guess
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't really have much. We had a little bit.
We
but not
had
everything.
stuff, but I'm sure a lot of it changed.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
fleshed out. Yeah.
And that was partly the point of us playing it, was testing it out and
Yep.
raising
Correct.
questions. And
Yep. Yep. And I mean, and the thing is, like, you know, there's been different editions of D&D. There's been supplemental things. So, you know, within an adventure or maybe a supplement or something like that, they could add things as they learn things from, you know, from people from playing the game. And you can homebrew anything you want. You know what I mean? If you don't like something about it, you can change it. You can make your own rule.
Yep.
A lot of that stuff is fun, you know, to have the home rule stuff. So
Yeah. And he's talking about, so he's saying like for RPG fans, like
Yeah.
some kind of post or something that, and I mean, like they don't want to give,
I agree.
They don't want to like reveal like everything. So like, but maybe like a sample, maybe another page like that, but like a sample of a different character or something.
I think that
like
would be a good idea. Yeah.
Or even just highlight that page a little more closely and like talk about
Mm-hmm.
that specific page and the differences, like so that it's something that catches their eye a little bit more than, you know.
Yeah. That, and I don't think they've even, I have to read through this again. It's been a while. Not sure how much they talk about the species you can play.
We don't know them all yet. Didn't they say there's 10?
Yeah, but
10
I don't
playable.
know why they're
9 or
And
10.
we only know 9.
I don't know why they're holding
far.
them back. Because that's the kind of stuff that people want to know. You can play this character, you can play that character, you can be, you know, this type of profession, you could be that type of profession. That's the kind of stuff that I think Joe's talking about. A little more stats and details. And there's really cool things. I mean, I think, you know, it's been said already, and our show's out, so they obviously don't care. You can play a skeleton, you know, and you can play a skeleton as an evil character. You can play an evil campaign. I'll tell you right now, I don't think there's a lot of DMs who love playing with like a fully evil adventure team party, but you can do it. Everybody could be an evil character, but you know, Jesse's playing a good skeleton. I'm playing a vampire that kind of broke away from the brood, and within the game now with the faction system, I could be a vampire that's aligned with Leodicius, you know, or Sons of the Red Star or something like that. So I don't have to be aligned with Alithia, which is cool. So you just have to play it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're just saying like those kind of characters, you know, Jesse kind of covers up. You know, when you're in public, people are going to stare at you if you're, you know, a scary vampire or a scary skeleton. So just got to take that into account.
Question here. I really hope that launch they have at least 1 or 2 more adventure modules. I don't believe they're planning on that. It's just the one that comes with the beginner's book. But Cameron has said that there's stuff they've already been working on stuff, and it's going to come quickly. They're not waiting around for to say like a year to see how this sells at stores and stuff like that. That stuff's already in the works.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that there are other modules already in the works. They may not be there at launch, but soon after, you'll get something. So,
And plus,
if they announce what levels, I don't know. If I would guess you're gonna at least maybe get to second or third level maybe in the first adventure. I would think.
I would
maybe,
think
depending
so,
on what you do.
Plus, they say that it's so easy to adapt existing modules that are have been out there for however long to this game, to this Mythic Legion style of play.
This is a question that came up while we were playing, and I believe it was answered in the text, but I don't know if we ever got the final real final on that one. So, but there are different ways. There are, in fact, we were talking about how if Jesse, I think, passed out, or he didn't die, but you passed out, you get to 0 hit points. How can we possibly give him a potion of healing?
He can't drink it.
Actually, drink it. Can he absorb it through his bones?
He came up with a salve. Right.
That has been answered, I believe. So it's tricky. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff. That stuff comes up. There probably will be stuff almost guaranteed that they haven't thought of
Yeah.
that you'll run into, and then you can do your own thing, or you can. I'm sure they're going to take suggestions or have places where you can write them and say, hey, this came up. Wonder what you think about that, and maybe it'll be a supplemental or something like that. So
I think we ended up having to go to a Bed Bath and D&D Beyond and get a lotion or something.
like a
We had to
loofah,
rub on it.
it was like a mask, right? It was like a
Yeah.
you kind of put it over the. I don't know how. I don't know what the hell
Did
we
we
did.
soak them in Epsom salts? Didn't we soak them in a bath?
I don't know
of
what
Epsom
the hell we
salts?
did.
Yeah. We had to get a
You guys remember
salve.
that? That's like old school thing.
Oh yeah,
Epsom
sure.
salts.
I think
my wife's still
I'm gonna have to go
swears
back
by
and watch
those.
those because I did like those. But I think we might have like rubbed it on it or something.
I think that's what it was. It was a salve.
But it may just be like a magic thing. Like you may need a healer. You know what I mean? Like you go out with this, you hang with the skeleton, you better have a healer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is always a good idea for any of
Bone
these.
So I'm-
Bath
I'm-
and Beyond. There you go, Mr. Ryan Clark.
Bone bath and bravo. Very nice. Very good.
I was looking through so they said 10, right? 10 different species. I only
Yep.
can count 7. I thought for some reason I had counted 9 earlier. But human, elf, dwarf, orc, skeleton, Jagualian, vampire. Am I missing any that have been revealed in the campaign? Human, elf, dwarf.
Well, I mean, there is a
skeleton.
shadow elf.
I feel
to
like the
be
shadow elf and the
bought.
fairy elf are going to just be like part of elf. Are they going to have 3 of the 10 be 3 different
Different
elves?
elves? Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
a
think
drow elf is different than an elf. Even in D&D, there's high elves and elves. You know
I
what
know,
mean?
but
So,
like for the purpose of like launching a new game,
yeah.
are like
think
are
you
they
think they
gonna
won't
have
split hairs like that?
3 different elves as like 3 of the 10.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think so. So I'm
You're right.
saying there's human, elf, and that's it could be any of those 3 types of elves.
Yep.
Dwarf, orc, skeleton, Jagualian, vampire. I'm trying to figure out who.
Minotaur.
Oh, the Minotaur. Yep. So that's 8.
Did you say orc?
Yes.
Okay.
I know there's another one, but it hasn't been reviewed. It hasn't been shown in any of this material yet, so I don't want to say it.
Okay.
But then I thought there was one more that was revealed.
I could have sworn
Human,
there's
elf,
9 also.
Dwarf, orc, skelly, not ogre. Skelly, Jagualian, vampire, minotaur. Unless maybe at the time, maybe I was counting the fairy elf.
Yeah, we have a Minotaur in Legion's Quest. That's
So that's
Nate's
confirmed.
character. Well, that was before we even had the rules, so he was just a Minotaur because he wanted to be a Minotaur.
Right.
But
That's true,
I
yeah.
assume there are Minotaurs in this. Is that confirmed?
Warrior,
There's Minotaurs?
whatever he is.
Warrior.
Well, I don't think. Is it?
think
Are
those are
those
just
so?
monsters.
Borear and Varg. Are those going to be?
I
player
think those are just
characters?
monsters. I don't think you.
I think so,
don't know if you
too.
can play those as characters. I'm just looking at my shelf. I can't think of anything else.
I can't either.
There is another
I
one that
Okay.
mean,
Yeah,
Goblin,
there's another.
eventually.
Oh,
I just
Goblin.
don't know if it's been confirmed yet.
Goblin. Got to play a goblin, right? Got to be able to
Could
play
be
a goblin.
Goblin.
Got to be a goblin. Yeah. People love playing goblins. Goblins are fun to play. Pop it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So
But
let's
yeah,
say it's-
Borear
let's
is
say
a
if it were
monster.
Goblin.
Yeah.
It's got to be goblins. They got to be able
So
to
then
play
there would be
goblin.
one more: human, elf, dwarf, orc,
Oh.
skelly,
Demon?
Jagualian, vampire, minotaur, goblin, demon. That would make sense.
Yeah.
As a playable.
Nothing
maybe?
has confirmed it though, right? Like,
No. I'm taking a stab at the dark here. I
Yeah,
probably
demon
know
might
somewhere
work.
along the line. There's probably been something written down that I can't remember, but I'm
it's a
just
pretty
saying
major thing.
It is a
in
major. There's
Mythic
a lot of
Legions.
characters that are demons. Yeah, so I would think something like
I
that.
can't really think of much else.
Nope.
I mean, like, gnome.
Eventually. Yeah, eventually. Again,
What else?
like I don't know much about the gnomes as a species because we were just introduced to them. If there's a lot of them around and we just haven't seen them yet, or if
I wonder
there's
if it could be a
specific parts of the
ghost.
world.
Of some sort.
Oh, you mean well, that's kind of undead, right? It'd be kind of cool to play
What else could it
like
be?
a Hagnon's kind of a
I'm just
unique
going through the
character. Though.
checklist.
You know.
Coatl?
Yeah.
Maybe eventually.
But
Again, I think they're
kinda
trying to keep it-
Demon. I think Demon is.
I think it's probably demon, but eventually I think you could play Coatl.
But Reign of the
Which would be
Beasts
amazing.
was earlier, right? Wasn't that like a looking
It's
backwards?
early, yeah. But there's
So it could
nothing
be a
saying that
Coatl.
Coatls are extinct or anything. You know what I mean? Like they're not. We haven't seen them. We saw them in the Reign of the Beasts era,
Right, but I'm
And
saying
this is
they're
post
not
Reign of the
something-
Beast, but
They're not
pre.
future introduced. They've been there.
They're in the
so-
past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
We just
Vampire
haven't
on
seen
your
them
list,
in
Bill?
the current
Yeah, I
world.
have vampire,
Yeah.
human, elf, dwarf, orc, skelly, jagualian, vampire, minotaur, goblin, and one more demon maybe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think, if I
Koi
had to
wouldn't be there
guess-
yet because that's very new. So again, this
If I
takes
had to
place.
guess, I think Trevor's right. It's demon.
It's probably a demon. Yeah. So it's not from old mythos, but I would think you could play a Coatl at some point, which I think would be amazing. I think that'd be really cool. In fact, I'd love to see some stuff set back then to be able to play characters from that era
What about
at some
Dragonborn?
point.
Dragaseer. Might be a little tough.
We do
sell
have
for-
Dragaseers. Yeah.
It might be
Yeah.
a tough sell for like somebody just starting the game. Like if they're gonna like have if they're gonna have all of those potentially
Mm-hmm.
some way to play them in the camp in this Kickstarter,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Because almost everything's there. It's just we don't have a Minotaur yet or a Goblin. Or
Yeah, and it's not
is
to
there a
say that you're
demon
not
head?
going to be able to do
Is there
this
a
in the
demon head?
future. Is there a demon
No.
head?
No, there's no demon
At
head.
the
Not
table,
in the
yeah,
head
no.
pack, no.
No. Yeah, Minotaur,
and
Goblin,
it's-
Demon are the three that aren't there yet. But they're easy to
Skeleton
find,
Knight.
kind of, you know? Like a Dragoseer would be
Elf vampire.
tough sell.
Yeah, it's not like you're not going to ever be able to play these things. I'm sure if they're in Mythos, you're going to be eventually be able to play them. It's just going to come out as like supplemental to a module or something like that you can add to your your book, or maybe a supplemental book with new species and professions. But
You know, if somebody
get the ball
were to play
Centaur.
a Centaur,
center.
it would be like there'd be like that one jokester who would always ask to ride you
course.
like as a mount.
Right.
Yeah. It's very distasteful. You don't do that. It's just
No, you don't.
You don't do that. All right, boys. What do you think? Is that a show?
I think that's a show.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think we covered a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover. There's probably going to be more of this to cover. Definitely more of this to cover. Well, wait a minute. What do we got left? We got 12 days.
12 days.
Hang on. Let me see my calendar here. So we've
So
got.
not this weekend, but the following. It's the
Yeah.
big 24 to 26 day, 28 hour,
geez.
whatever
I had-
marathon.
I had
9,
so
10, 11, 12.
listen to this. The Girl Scouts is doing a Red Sox game. It's like opening weekend, and I was offered to go to the Red Sox game.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm not going. I'm not going because of this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's
I'm
it's
not
that
making that
day,
mistake
that
again.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's that Saturday night. It's Saturday
Oh.
4:00 game.
Are you pained about that, or is it like, eh?
Nah, I'll go to another game.
Yeah, there's will be more games.
Yeah, so that's the 4th. So we're not going to have another show before the end of this thing. We'll just be seeing you on the
Right.
4th for the closing hours of the Kickstarter on March 4th or April 4th. Yeah, exciting. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Fun. All right, so we'll see you on the 4th. Make sure
Yeah.
you check the schedule for that, because it's going to be going on. I think even the Euro Legions guys going to be going early, and then it's not going to stop for 24 hours.
And I'll have a Door Claire episode. I think my next one is the 2nd. So like this
Okay.
week is a week off, and then the next one would be the 2nd. So that's like a day or two before. So and Trevor, you've
Okay.
been coming on those a lot. So
Yep.
we'll probably
Jump on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for the super chats. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up always appreciate you guys just coming by and great questions. Get out there, buy an extra figure. You know what I mean? Let's get some of these things unlocked. Again, push a little further.
You got to pump
Take
those
it back
numbers.
at the end. Yeah, take it back at the end. Get the once these things are unlocked, they're unlocked. You know what I mean? It doesn't go back. You know, so if you got to get it over 1 million, and then you take back, you know, $150 or whatever of your pledge, that's fine. We've still unlocked the
Yeah,
thing.
and
So.
if you've got a local game store, take your phone in, take a laptop in, show them the Kickstarter, bring a
Get your leather
printout,
briefcase, shine your shoes.
That's right.
You know, polish your tie.
A little tie on. Yeah.
I don't know.
$12,718 today so far.
Not
All right.
bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Cool.
All right. All right, guys. Take care. We will see you on the 4th. See you.
Cheers.
Bye. Ciao.